Hey, welcome to a new video. It's no secret that the animal kingdom is bursting with an incredible diversity of shapes, colors, and sizes. But few animals captivate the imagination like those affected by a rare genetic condition called albinism. The creatures you'll witness in this video are not only enchanting to behold, but also incredibly rare. Some of these animals have been observed in the wild only once. Today, we'll show you 35 of them. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. Number 15. Herd. Is there anything more terrifying to a shark than an orca? Perhaps an albino orca, as the shark may see it coming but be unable to do anything about it. Recently, a rare albino orca was filmed just off the coast of Southern California. It was noticed by a group of whale watchers and stood out immediately as it swam alongside 6 other orcas. The albino orca was estimated to be 3 years old, quite an achievement for a wild albino animal. Although orcas are quite formidable, this 3-year-old individual had completely white skin. So, the group of tourists named it Frosty. Number 14. For every 100,000 hedgehogs, one albino one is born. There's an estimated 100 albino hedgehogs living in the United Kingdom. Hedgehogs are solitary creatures that often curl up into a ball when threatened or stressed. Albino hedgehogs have pink or red eyes due to the lack of pigmentation in their eyes. This is because blood vessels are visible through the iris. Take a look at Miss Twinkle, who resides in North Yorkshire. According to experts, albino hedgehogs, with their white skin and red eyes, do not face any additional dangers in the wild. After the release of Miss Twinkle, the Jericho Animal Shelter welcomed another albino hedgehog that was found. Number 13. An example of an albino spider is the albino zebra spider, a type of jumping spider found in the United Kingdom. This small spider has a striking white appearance due to the lack of melanin. Another example is the albino orb-weaving spider, which is common in North America and is known for its striking white and yellow coloration. Despite the unique appearance, albino spiders face numerous challenges in the wild. Without the proactive color patterns that may help many spider species blend into their environment, albino spiders are more easily noticed by predators. They may also struggle to find a mate, as their white coloration may make them less attractive. However, albino spiders are said to be non-venomous and pose no greater danger to humans than other non-venomous spider species. Number 12. Albino sloths have striking white or light-colored fur that deviates from the typical colors of sloths, which range from light gray to dark brown. One example of an albino sloth is one found in the Amazon forest in 2017. This small sloth, also known as the ghost of the forest, was discovered by a tourist during a tour with the Brazilian animal rescue group Fura. The sloth lacked the usual pigmentation and had bright blue eyes, a common feature in albino animals due to the lack of pigmentation in the iris. Another example of an albino sloth is Frosty, who was rescued in Costa Rica in 2019. This female sloth was found in a precarious state by the side of the road and was eventually brought to the Costa Rican Animal Rescue Center. Number 11. There are 2 famous examples of albino elephants with a century between them. One notable example is the elephant of Burma. It was captured in the wild in the late 19th century and became a symbol of power and luck in Burma. Eventually, it was gifted to the King of Thailand, where it spent the rest of its retired life at the royal palace. Another example is the albino elephant named Moti, born at the Ramat Gan Safari Park in Israel in 1991. Moti was considered a medical wonder due to his survival despite his genetic condition. He is said to have lived for over 2 decades before ultimately passing in 2018. Number 10. Albino lobsters, like any other albino animal, have a genetic mutation that affects their melanin production, resulting in no skin and shell coloration. As a result, albino lobsters have a pale pink or white appearance that sets them apart from the typical coloration of lobsters. One notable example of an albino lobster is Lucky, caught off the coast of Maine in 2017. This rare albino lobster was estimated to be around 10 years old and was donated to the Maine State Aquarium, where it became a popular attraction. But there's another albino lobster named Snowball. This lobster was caught by fishermen in the North Sea in 2016 in the United Kingdom. Despite its unusual appearance, Snowball was unharmed and released back into the sea. Number 9. Bats usually rely on the cover of darkness, so you can imagine how challenging it is for an albino bat to survive. When Brian White looked outside his house, he found one in his garden and managed to take a photo of it clinging to the wall. According to various sources, this was the first albino bat spotted in about 30 years. However, others have reported more frequent sightings of albino bats in cave systems. Another white bat is the Honduran white bat, a species found in Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. It's a small bat that weighs very little and looks very cute, don't you think? Number 8. Doberman dogs were originally bred in Germany in the late 19th century by a tax collector named Louis Doberman. They were used as guard dogs, police dogs, and military dogs. But have you ever seen an albino Doberman? Albino Dobermans have a controversial history, partly due to concerns about health issues associated with breeding them. In some cases, breeders specializing in albino Dobermans may breed them together to achieve the desired coat color. Despite this controversy, albino Dobermans remain popular among some enthusiasts of the breed due to their unique appearance. However, albino Dobermans are not recognized by national breed registries in some countries, including the United States and Canada. Number 7. Albino snails can occur in various species, including giant African L snails and some species of terrestrial snails. They may have different dietary needs than snails with normal coloring. Snails with white or light yellow shells may require additional calcium supplements to prevent shell erosion. Experts once discovered an albino species of lance snail called Yardraquoise. These snails have completely white shells and an opaque white body with a pink tint. Another albino snail was also found in New Zealand, which has a pale, almost translucent body. The lack of pigmentation often affects the snail's eyes as well, which appear pale and less developed than those of a snail with normal coloring. Number 6. It's believed that only 1 in 750,000 raccoons is albino. Due to their lack of pigmentation, albino raccoons are more susceptible to disease and other health issues. Albino raccoons have captured the attention of local communities and animal enthusiasts in West Knoxville, Tennessee. For example, a family recently shared footage of 2 albino raccoons visiting their backyard. The family referred to the animals as white trash pandas and said that they had never seen such unique raccoons before. In 2017, a baby albino raccoon was rescued by a wildlife rehabilitation center in Texas. This raccoon, named Ghost, was released back into the wild after several months of care and rehabilitation. Let's hope he's doing well. Number 5. Albino peacocks are extremely rare variations of the Indian blue peacock, which is native to South Asia. Here are some interesting facts about albino peacocks. Albino peacocks have completely white feathers and striking blue eyes. Note that only male peacocks are called peacocks, while females are called peahens. Albino peacocks are not well adapted to life in the wild, as they are easily noticed by predators, making them vulnerable to attacks. Some albino peacocks are domesticated, and sometimes they are kept as exotic pets. If an albino peacock mates with a partner with typical coloring, the offspring can inherit the condition and produce more albino birds. Number 4. Recently, a rare albino Indian flapshell turtle was discovered in Telangana, South India. According to local reports, the turtle was found in a village pond and later handed over to a conservation group. They occur in various types of water bodies and are characterized by the absence of melanin pigments in their skin, eyes, and scales. Albino turtles require special care compared to turtles with normal pigmentation. For example, they are more susceptible to sunburn and skin damage as they lack the protected pigmentation of regular turtles. Albino turtles should also be housed in a dark and cool environment to remain comfortable, with UVB lighting that can stimulate a consistent day and night cycle. Number 3. Albino white deer are a genetic variant of the white-tailed deer species. Like other albino animals, they lack melanin pigments in their fur and their eyes have a pink or red color. They're extremely rare, and estimates suggest that less than 0.1% of the white-tailed deer population is albino. A famous example of an albino deer is the Seneca white deer, a rare herd of white-tailed deer that lives around the former Seneca Army Depot in northern New York. The Seneca white deer have a unique genetic characteristic that gives them a pure white coat. The herd has now become a protected species and is a popular attraction in the region. Number 2. Albino tigers are a rare and unique variant of the Bengal tiger species. They're extremely rare, and it's estimated that there are only a few dozen albino tigers in the wild today. The rarity and beauty of these animals have made them a popular attraction in zoos and nature conservation areas around the world. A famous albino tiger is Mohini, a Bengal tiger that was rescued from the wild in 1951. Mohini lived in the Alipore Zoological Gardens in India until her death in 1968. She was considered one of the most beautiful tigers of all time and often drew attention in the zoo. Her preserved body is now on display at the National Zoological Park in New Delhi, India. Number 1. Meet Migaloo, a rare albino humpback whale that was first spotted off the coast of Australia in 1991. The name Migaloo means white fella in some Australian Aboriginal languages. There are only a few known albino humpback whales in the world, and Migaloo is one of the most famous. Migaloo made headlines again in 2011 when it was believed that he had fathered not one, but 2 albino humpback whale calves. Both calves were seen swimming alongside their mother in different parts of the ocean, leading scientists to speculate that Migaloo is likely their father. Have you ever encountered an animal with albinism? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click on one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.